All American. What the hell is that? You even got a TV show called All American. That means white. The Heisman Trophy was called the what? The All American Heisman Trophy. All American. That means I'm not black, white, purple. I'm all American. Y'all got to wake up and learn something. Wake up and learn something. Stop being stupid. So I ain't going to hold you. Everybody say I talk the show away, so I ain't going to hold you. And we'll be back with more Baltimore's Talking Live in the Black History Minute. Keep it locked where you got it. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Hi, Tom Bodette. Of all the things invented in 1962, some have faded away, like cassette tapes, and others are still very much with us, like lava lamps and Motel 6. Yep, Motel 6 is celebrating 50 years of giving travelers a good night's rest and saving you more for what you travel for. But we're just getting started. In fact, the longer you watch us, the better we get. Kind of like a lava lamp. Trippy. I'm Tom Bodette for Motel 6. 50 years and the light's still on.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Baltimore's Talking Live. Your host, Dr. Q, co-host is me, Aaron Green, and we will take our Black History Minutes. Today's Black History Minutes is Carter Goodwin Woodson, also known as Carter G. Woodson. He's an American author, historian, journalist, and founder of the Association of Studies of African American Life and History. He was the first scholar to study the history of the African dystopia, including African Americans' history. The founder of the Journal of Negro History in 1916. Also, Carter G. Woodson is the father of Black History Month. In February 1926, he launches the celebration of Negro History Week and came into Black History Month. Carter G. Woodson, this is your Black History Minutes. Now, Dr. Q is preaching the word. We now go to unbelievable. Well, that's unbelievable.
Well, I ain't trying to preach, but that's what they tell me. Hey, you preaching now. I'm just trying to lay it out there. It's unbelievable.
Live in your truth. Live in your truth. Live in your truth.
Earlier, we talked about things that society tells you that's not true. So what's unbelievable? It was told to us in 1991, to be exact. That's 30 years ago, I believe. 1991, they said, please stop spraying aerosol hairspray, and please stop spraying air freshener. Therefore, companies like Glade and Lysol changed the way that the cans were made for air fresheners. And people didn't listen. They said, if you do these things, you'll destroy the ozone layer. If we keep throwing rocket ships, we're tearing a hole in the ozone layer. They didn't listen. They said, well, what's going to happen if we tear a hole in the ozone layer? What's the ozone layer do? And they said, quote, unquote, if the ozone layer is depleted, it would leave Earth susceptible to radiation of the atmosphere and extreme increases in heat. So why is it 30 years ago the scientists have told you what's going to happen to the planet? We're talking about some fucking global warming. it's not global warming. They told you it's the absence of the ozone layer. They told you it does not grow back, and they told you it can't be replaced. The radiation that you're getting comes every 10 years, and it's coming worse and worse. What they've been doing is studying the radiation so they can weaponize the radiation. Bush, who was president in the 90s, sent teams in space to get samples of this radiation. China did the same thing. Russia did the same thing. Russia, which is already a radioactive country, highly nuclear country, knows all about, they're experts in radiation, know all about how to contain it, how to do it. When you look at the news, you have never seen nobody in Moscow wearing a mask, have you? No. But the fake news tells you that the corona is all around the world. I've talked to people in Africa, they don't have the corona. They're looking in disbelief as this thing. A caller called me and debated with me and says, this is like in the Bible. I think it's from God. I think it's a plague. And I just sit there and say, okay, yeah, whatever you say. Go ahead. You go ahead and read Revelation, because Revelation, I said, yeah. Now, I just told you it was radiation, and then he's telling me, I never heard about that. This is like a plague in the Bible deeds.
So it's flying locusts and rain frogs?
That's what he's saying, but that's not true. All of those plagues, and see, this is what people get, their mind gets twisted and fucked up because they don't know. First of all, to know the Bible, you got to be able to read the Bible and understand what you read. I know how to read the Bible and what the Bible's read. The plague in the Bible did not exist all around the world. That's number one. The plague only existed in one city, one town, and one place only. It was not worldwide. It only happened right there at the footsteps of Pharaoh. Nowhere in the Bible do you read anything about Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, or anything about America, because that's not in the Bible. Jesus never traveled to America, nor was he ever walking across Massachusetts. That's not in the Bible. Nothing of biblical proportion is in America. Didn't exist. I was getting a boop boop sound in my head. Here's that. All right. So all that stuff about the locusts, that's worldwide. And like clockwork, it comes every 17 years. So you call them cicadas, don't matter. A cicada is a smaller version of a locust. Locusts come every 17 years. In fact, it wasn't too long after 9/11 when we had the locusts last time, maybe like 2004. And people were downtown, what is this? I'm never coming to Baltimore again. What's going on? Because the little buzz was everywhere. Getting stuck on the hair. And I was just surprised that they'd never seen it or heard of it. Even in Colorado, they have locusts. Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, worldwide, every 17 years. clockwork. And if that's not godly, who knows? That's a sign that God is alive and His Bible is true. Because how you predict something that says 17 years, and just like clockwork, it comes every 17 years. On the exact month, on the exact day, every 17 years. Now, bugs can't tell time, but they know exactly the day and the exact month to show up. Like clockwork. Unbelievable. Over you, Green. What's next?
Right now, we are now doing TV and movie reviews, followed by what's new in Baltimore, and followed by.
I seen a movie. It was called The Vanishing. Add that to the list that y'all did see. This father and wife were suffering from the loss of a daughter. I ain't going to spoil it for you, but they went on a camping trip with an RV, and Tom Jane plays in it. So I'm not a big Tom Jane fan, but he's a good actor. He plays the father, and his daughter winds up missing. And the sheriff gets involved, and he's helping them look. It's been like 4 days since the disappearance. They don't know where the daughter is. They went and looked, and they confronted some people, and some people wound up dead from confronting them. And they found the person in charge at the office doing child pornography, and all these things were happening. And it was leading them to find out who stole the child. And there's a twist to who stole the child. That you got to watch the show to find out for yourself. Called The Vanishing. Check it out. It should be on Netflix, by the way, if you got Netflix. And if you don't have Netflix, you can get a free trial just to watch that and then cancel it. That's what I would do. Just cancel it. And the comic world, that's what the CW stands for, the comic world. The comic world, they're trying to create a black Superman, which I'm not going to look at it. Because when I gave the idea about a black Superman, they said, who's going to play it? I said, Michael B. Jordan. Oh, no, he wouldn't be a good choice. Now, for what I'm hearing, Michael B. Jordan. It's supposed to be a Superman or Spider-Man, one or two. But don't take my idea and say it's not good enough, but then you want to use it anyway. So. But as far as there being a black Spider-Man, black Superman, I'm sure there is a black Superman. Because I used to have a black Superman way back in the day, but his name was Soul Man. And it wasn't very popular, so people stopped buying it. He had a big solar sun on his chest. Then there was The Mantis, came out as a TV show.
I remember that. Wow. Long time ago. Good show.
That was a black superhero. The original Green Lantern was a black superhero.
John Stewart, yeah.
Black Lightning, I think that's something new. I've never heard of him before.
He's old school. He's way up to John Stewart's Green Lantern, so he used to be in Justice League and everything else. Oh, Super Friends.
Then you had what's the guy's name?